The NCIS universe is much bigger than you might have thought. Even though this franchise already has 3 shows, they often cross over with other shows, and we're in love with them. When JAG first debuted, it was literally the first time people had seen a legal drama about the Navy, and since then, it has gotten so much more complicated. Let's look at the new NCIS shows and spin-offs ranked, starting with the 10th NCIS. This show is a spin-off of the show JAG, and it's about a team of fictional special agents from the Naval Criminal Investigation Service led by Leroy Jethro Gibbs. These top detectives work to find answers to big crimes that involve Navy or Marine personnel. The way the NCIS team solves crimes isn't all that new, but that's part of what makes the show so great. In this day and age of DNA, supercomputers, and satellite images, NCIS stands out from other police procedurals on TV by having the least amount of mystery. What makes this show different from other ones is that it knows its audience and reflects its values. We can also see it has marvelous stories and many likable characters. Given how popular NCIS is, it shouldn't come as much of a surprise that its fans are so devoted, and it's pretty clear that the show has some pretty nice hidden gems that make us always come back for more. At number 9, NCIS Los Angeles. With the help of the NCIS team on the East Coast, the case was solved, and now the NCIS Los Angeles team is dealing with its own dangers and problems. G. Callan and Special Agent Sam Hanna are the main characters in this one. Basically, with the help of their team, they are trying to catch terrorists who want to attack the U.S., and Callan is trying to figure out what happened to him in the past. G. Callan is in charge of the Office of Special Projects' top team of undercover operatives. In this show, we kind of find both foreign and domestic enemies and bring them to justice. It's all about the fast-paced action, the cool technology, and the momentum, which made this show a top 10 one and the number 2 scripted drama on TV in its first season, right behind the original NCIS. Next up at number 8, Hawaii Five-0. Steve McGarrett goes back to his hometown of Oahu to find out who killed his father when he's asked by the governor to lead a newly formed task force and will take on Hawaii's worst crimes. Don't worry about the fact that McGarrett at first only goes along with it because it speeds up his ongoing investigation. McGarrett's constant investigation into his father's murder becomes a recurring subplot that runs through all of season 1. But this hyper-modernized version of Hawaii Five-0 is about a lot more than just one man's obsession. A big part of Hawaii Five-0 is about forensics and how the police work. It stands out from other series in the same genre because it is also an exciting action-adventure show. McGarrett likes to shoot first, ask questions later, and then shoot again. Each episode is also a beautiful trip to Hawaii, and each outside shot is like a postcard. If you're tired of the same old cops and robbers forensic shows, give this one a shot. At number 7, NCIS New Orleans. A special team of NCIS agents in New Orleans focuses on crimes involving Navy and Marine personnel. Their territory ranges from the Mississippi River to the Texas Panhandle. NCIS New Orleans is made with factory-like precision, and it seems like the show doesn't want NCIS viewers to change the channel or turn off the TV. The plot of the first episode starts when a human leg is found in a pile of crawfish, even though this is a bit of a cliche, and in a delicate touch that helps the audience connect with Bakula's team leader, Dwayne Pride. It turns out that the victim is a young man he helped out of a gang and into the Navy. Now at number 6, Scorpions. This show is based on the life of genius Walter O'Brien, who, not gonna lie, has a pretty high IQ. Walter's in charge of a group of oddballs with their own special skills, but things don't look good for Team Scorpion because they don't have a plan or the ability to control everyone. This talented team uses coding, psychology, critical thinking, engineering, and creativity to solve additional problems. This one has a crossover with NCIS Los Angeles that connects it to the NCIS universe. It's mostly an action drama, but there are a few funny and sometimes emotional parts. As the group gets into more dangerous situations, viewers can expect to see more bomb defusing, system hacking, criminal investigation, and other shenanigans. Watching Scorpion is easy. The characters are interesting and the story moves along well through the seasons. Following that, we have number 5, NCIS Hawaii. The main character, Jane Tennant, played by Vanessa Lackey, is the first woman to be in charge of NCIS Pearl. Overall, Hawaii doesn't change much about the basic structure of NCIS. Agents still investigate crimes involving U.S. Navy members, but this time they do it in Hawaii. The first episode of the new show was just like any other NCIS episode. There was a dramatic crime, joking NCIS agents, ties to international espionage, patriotism, an action set piece, and an ending that everyone could see coming. All of it pretty typical, and all of it is entertaining in the same way that the easy mysteries in the other series are. The setting and the actors in Hawaii are what make it stand out. For number 4, JAG. In this show, each story is about military operational law, and it shows how uninformed lawyers try to defend criminal cases under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. The plots of many episodes are actually based on real-life events. JAG probably deserves a salute of its own for having good stories and powerful ideas. It's slow, preachy, and despite all the action that sounds important and takes place on the world stage, it's kind of boring. What makes it dull is the fact that it's almost like black TV magic. There's just something in the pixels that drains people's energy. That's not to say that it isn't a good show, because it really is. It's just that the latter shows and spin-offs are more exciting to watch. When it was on NBC, JAG was only about Navy lawyers, but when it moved to CBS, it became about more than that. The show is now a tremendous hit, with ratings as high as Frasier's during the patriotic 2001-2002 season. Next at 3, Magnum P.I. In this remake of the 1980 show, Jay Hernandez plays the new Thomas Magnum. He may not be as naturally charming as Selig, but this smile makes him the star of the show. The series starts after Magnum retires as a Navy SEAL and sets up shop as a private investigator in the guest house of an author friend's villa. He gets help from his loyal veteran friends Rick and TC. A former British intelligence agent, Juliet Higgins, who is a female version of John Hillerman's character in the original series, also lives on the estate. It's not just a new start, it's part of the CBS television universe. Like the many crossovers that have come before it, the new Magnum refers to Hawaii Five-0, which is another long-running procedural set in Hawaii. At 2, MacGyver. MacGyver is a remake of the classic story about a guy who can use everyday objects to save the day, but it's updated for a 21st century audience. As it turns out, MacGyver 2.0 is perfect for what it is today, a mostly family-friendly Friday night show with a lot of adventures and not a lot of plots. Not gonna lie, there are some pretty cool scenes as far as we know, like the one where Mac uses his handy paperclip a few times when he absolutely needs to. There was a possibility that the reboot would stick too much to old-school ways of improvising or rely too much on new technology to get the job done, but the pilot does a good job of showing how important technology is in fighting crime in the 21st century, while also showing how Mac likes to use office supplies and cleaning products to beat his opponents. Finally, at number 1, First Monday. Judges are at the center of this legal drama, especially now that Justice Joseph Novelli, a moderate, has joined an evenly split Supreme Court. Each episode focuses on 1 or 2 cases that deal with very important issues, so it's sort of light to watch as well. To be honest, this show oversimplifies things way too much and miseducates a lot if you look at it as a civics lesson, but it finds the fault lines of important social issues and is pure in its own way. The writing adds some humor to the more serious debate scenes, and the show is careful to show that the court is working toward a single goal, even as its members argue with each other. The Supreme Court has been off limits to dramatic interpretations for a long time, and its reputation has taken enough hits lately that it could use this well-packaged Hollywood mythologizing. And on that note, that's a wrap for this video. Which one's your favorite out of these NCIS shows and spin-offs? Let us know in the comments below. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.